appointed new White House press secretary, Carolyn Leavitt, gave her very first press conference where she announced that they're adding extra seats to the briefing room. Take a look.
Hey folks, how you doing today? And we're living a crazy days in crazy ways. So today we're going to talk about the View with Whoopi Goldberg going off on some type of tantrum. Apparently, I haven't watched it yet, but we're going to watch the video together and let's see where it turns out.
It's essential to our team that we share President Trump's message everywhere and adapt this White House to the new media landscape in 2025. This White House believes strongly in the First Amendment, so it's why our team will work diligently to restore the press passes of the 440 journalists whose passes were wrongly revoked by the previous administration.
Okay, so far it's going pretty good. I don't see nothing wrong in restoring all these press passes. People have a right to be in there, not just one party that doesn't agree with the other party, etc., but all parties have a right to be in there. So, okay, they're on the right path. Let's continue.
We're also opening up this briefing room to new media voices who produce news-related content and whose outlet is not already represented by one of the seats in this room. We welcome independent journalists, podcasters, social media influencers, and content creators to apply for credentials to cover this White House. This seat in the front of the room, which is usually occupied by the press secretary's staff, will be called the new media seat. My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House complex.
Wow, that's something new. I guess that's a good thing because I watch a lot of media on YouTube from independent news outlets, and like the Joe Rogan. I really like that guy, and other media outlets on YouTube. And a lot of these guys do have their press vouchers, what passes, whatever they're called, to go into like different areas where they're filming and stuff like that, to get in. So yeah, I mean, if they could get in the White House to ask questions for us, man, that'd be great. Because on the last administration, we only got to hear what the media was asking the press secretary or the press person up there of niceness and nothing. They didn't ask her anything going against one party. They only asked what was going against the other party. So yeah, it'd be nice to get both sides. So I agree with that 100% and see nothing wrong with individuals going in there as long as they can pass the background checks. Hey, I'm all for it. Let's do it.
All right. What'd she say?
She basically said that they were going to get
unqualified. God, how boring.
Unqualified people jobs.
The Behind the Table podcast needs to apply for White House credentials.
They'd love having Joy in that room.
I got a question.
So wait a second. So in other words, instead of Bob Woodward, they want Kim Kardashian? What? I don't get it.
Yeah, I guess you have to have an IQ above 2 to understand what the woman was talking about. And if you don't have that above 2 IQ, yeah, you wouldn't understand. So maybe this is not a conversation for you.
Okay, I have a question, which is why I was leading us in this direction.
Yeah.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason.
Hold on, I'm confused. Wasn't wokeness put in there in 2021 by the people that were out there rioting for different problems that they had in their personal lives, and it involved everybody? What the hell is she talking about? This is the first time, literally, people, that I've ever heard of anything come out of somebody's mouth. Like I said, you got to have an IQ of above 2 to be able to think about what you're saying before you say it, and especially in front of millions and millions of people across the world. Because, uh, Wimpy, you nobody even knows what you're talking about unless they have an IQ of 2 or below. I can understand that. But yeah, you need to just quiet yourself down. You look like a fool.
Because black people couldn't get into college.
Now that is funny, because if I remember correctly, when I was about 22 years old, a buddy of mine who was black, who went to college and got a degree, he's a freaking attorney in downtown Sacramento right now, and he's a millionaire. Oh, let me guess. Because he's a Republican, it didn't count, right? Wimpy. It kind of matches you, Wimpy.
Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
Again, coming from a woman who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. Like, who's going to listen to you? Oh, IQ below 2. I understand that. But see, my IQ is above 2. It's above a 3. Maybe it's above a 5. And nobody that's IQ's above a 5, like my little 5-year-old nephew, or is he 6? He'll be 6. And he's probably got an IQ above 5. He ain't going to listen to you because he doesn't believe what you people spew out of your mouths. It's almost like vomit that you regurgitate and then vacuum it up again. That's what it's like, because you all talk about the same damn thing. Women's rights, women this, women that, coming from a multimillionaire who's never held a correct, good job in her life except taking white people's money. Yeah, it was the white people that got you rich, Whoopi Goldberg, or whatever your name is. So, you know what? You love to sit on TV and just spew your mouth. And nobody listens to you but people like me. People like me that criticize you for being a fool. That's a shame.
So please stop using that phrase and talking about, because you don't understand what you're saying. You're saying about yourself that, hey, that's a terrible thing to be. It's not a terrible thing to be. That's why we fought. That's what we were fighting for, so that you could stand in that podium, so that Catherine Jean-Pierre could stand at that podium. So women of all kinds of colors and ilks, wherever they came from, whatever their belief system was, they had the opportunity to bust down that door.
You know what, Wimpy? Let me tell you something. I had all girls. All my girls, they're strong women. They make money. They all went to school. They went to college. I have a girl in college. There is nothing woke about my daughters. My daughters are strong-headed, independent women that can do for themselves. They don't need anybody to tell them how to do it, when to do it, and where to go do it. They know right from wrong. They are not woke. They are strong, independent young women, period. I'm sorry if you're not like that or you don't want young women to be independent, young, strong women. But you know what? We that are not woke, that's what we want for our children, especially our girls, to be strong, independent, young women. Period.
I just wanted
By the
to
way, I think she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
And not only is she a 10, but she's younger than you, smarter than you, and she knows how to speak. The woman's brilliant at speaking. She could read, and she knows what to say to the people. And the media, they like her. You think you could get in there and do a job like that? Let's see. Let's see you get in there and do a job like that. I couldn't. No way. And I'm a man. That woman is twice me.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration as Capitol
saying,
Hill
this is the
secretary,
first
though, which I
time
think
that
is an
she's been
accomplishment.
she may be, but my point is that job would not maybe have been open to her.
No, I understand. I just wanted to
without us.
clarify that.
Yeah, yeah.
But